Welcome back to G-Man P, the Great TV. If you tuned in today, hit a like, share, and subscribe. If not, we ain't doing no tripping. And what we talking about today is some more corrupt patterns of the Columbus Police Department. And the article we reading today is called 3 Columbus police officers plead guilty to time theft double dipping. On investigating task force found the officers double dipped with special duty assignments. Columbus, Ohio. 3 Columbus police officers pleaded guilty Thursday to charges of dereliction of duty for time theft and double dipping, according to Franklin County Municipal Court records. The investigation began in October 2020 when the Columbus Police Chief Thomas Quinlan ordered officers in the Public Corruption Task Force to look into possible time theft among community liaison officers and school resources officers. The officers are 51-year-old Joseph Townsend, 52-year-old Robert Thiessen, and 55-year-old William McCaig. Townsend was hired in April 1994 and in 2020 was a community liaison officer required to complete daily log sheets. Apart from his CLO duties, he worked special duty assignments at business, arenas, and schools. The task force found many unaccounted for hours between January and November and discovered he also arrived late or left early from his assignment. Townsend also regularly took 1 to 2 hour lunches, according to court records. Townsend also double dipped, meaning he worked special duty while also being paid for police salary, an investigator wrote in a court filing. He double dipped every month in January through October, court records show. The task force also conducted surveillance on Townsend in November and found on one occasion he sat at a substation for half his shift. Despite claiming to make several runs across town during surveillance, the task force said he was never on his assigned precinct. The task force also found Townsend provided inaccurate information about where and what he was doing on his daily logs. Thiessen, a 29-year-old veteran of the department, is a high school resource officer. Thiessen was found to have unaccounted for hours from January to March, often arriving late or leaving early from his assigned school. When the school closed because of the COVID-19 pandemic, he worked at a police call center before working at the Social Justice Protection downtown. He was then assigned to guard duties at hospitals and other patrolling. The investigation found that Thiessen also double dipped, working special duties at a store that overlapped with his police work in March, April, June, July, August, and September 2020. McCaig was hired by the Columbus Division of Police in May 1994 and 2020. He worked as a high school resource officer before also working at the call center, out the protest, guard duty, and other patrolling. While at the school, the task force said McCaig arrived late and left early from his assignment in January, February, and March, according to court documents. In August, McCaig was transferred to a CLO position and was also required to complete daily log sheets. The investigation found he double dipped on a special duty assignment in March and August. The task force also found McCaig also was paid by an employer for special duty assignment more hours than he worked. McCaig also provided inaccurate information on his daily log sheets while he was a CLO, court records show. Columbus Police Chief Elaine Bryan said in a statement, "I am disappointed in the actions of these now former officers. They failed to live up to the standards of the division and the oath they swore to our city. We are in position of authority and trust, and we can never forget that. I am pleased to report that Division leadership learned of this concern. Swift and appropriate actions was taken. These officers were thoroughly investigated and referred for prosecution. When our officers do the right thing, I will support them 100%. When they fail to live up to our standards of excellence, they will be held accountable. The Columbus City Attorney's Office confirmed that Townsend will have to pay $737.22 in restitution, and Thiessen will have to pay $1,340.40. McCaig will not pay restitution. The amounts were part of an agreement settled between the involved parties. A spokesperson for the city attorney's office said Townsend and McCaig also agreed to surrender their Ohio Peace Officer Training Academic certification, meaning they cannot work for any law enforcement agency in the state of Ohio. Thiessen will keep his certification. And that just goes to show how petty they'll do. Instead of just doing the right thing, you done wasted all your time and wasted other people's time by stealing money, and you knowing that you weren't supposed to have that extra money, but they just kept doing month after month, leaving when they wanted to. Just not no responsible person, not no person of integrity. You understand? So that's what we were talking about today. Some more corrupt patterns of Columbus police officers. To everybody that was tuned in today, I appreciate it. To G-Man, Peter Great TV, and to the ones that ain't, we ain't doing no tripping. Peace.